Warning, 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 warning. This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, hold on, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 351 is the episode.
Here we are, Uncle. It's an exciting night.
We got some hot stuff, boy.
We're live on the O'Shelley Radio Network Friday night, always, 11 p.m. Eastern. We take live calls. You can call in 319-527-5016. You can also use Skype. If you use Skype, you type a message to Chuck. He calls you. He's Charles O'Shelley. Type him a message on Skype or call 319-527-5016. We're here, Uncle. Are you excited or what?
No.
Now,
that action yesterday, it looked like a fighter downstairs trying to wait to watch. Telephone.
There we go. We're getting a call already. That was quick.
That's
somebody.
I know who it is.
All right, caller, you're on.
You're on. It's Jimmy.
Is it?
Hello?
I don't know who it is. Could be anybody.
Hello?
No, yeah, it's Jimmy James. I told you
it was him. He's always the first caller. I know.
Is that true?
Yeah. So what's happening with you?
Well, just same old same. Well, I was wrong on that Lions game. It was a heck of a battle somehow.
They won, though.
Thank God for.
No.
Yeah, thank God for our kicker. Thank God for our kicker.
Yeah, they won. They won that. I got them. I think I have them. I have them this week in the pool.
You picked the Lions this week to win, Uncle?
Your wife, wife owes 5, and then I can put the 20 down.
Oh, I see.
I'm waiting on her 5. Then I can take.
Oh, that's how that works.
That's how it works.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I got to say, Uncle, it was a hard job to get you up in front of the microphone tonight. I didn't think you were going to come.
Because I'm in. I gotta say something.
You're in deep.
I'm in with boxing because my brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law?
Dale.
Yes.
We always fought we made ourselves a ring.
Oh.
And we were fighting each other.
So back when you lived in Florida,
on the farm,
you and Dale built a boxing ring on the fish farm?
Yeah.
And you would box each other in it?
We had boxing gloves.
Okay, I believe it. So for fun, every now and then you guys would just box each other.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that what happened?
Yeah. And so I got so interested in the boxing. That's how I got interested in watching these boxing matches.
Okay, because you used to do boxing then for a minute. Okay, so you started watching boxing.
Yeah, after. No, stop.
And, of course, right now, as we're speaking, the big title match that Netflix has, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is on.
It's
on right now.
It's on after the women's, though.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's two always. The main event is last. Mm-hmm. There's always two ahead of them, and it's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's that way, it means we got to go through 1 and 2 before they come on.
Yeah, and we were on the last of those matches just before the main title event was about to come on.
It was the 7th round. He started coming down. And coming down, that round is only 10 rounds for the ladies.
Yeah, the one that's on that was on just as we came up, but it was like in the 8th round of that thing.
Was it 8 or 7?
7 or 8. It was
something in there.
Somewhere
I think it was 7. But it's a 10 rounder,
mm-hmm.
And so now it isn't on quite yet.
soon.
That's why I wanted to I told them down there to pause it.
Yeah. So, when this is over, when we're done recording this, we're going to take it off pause. We're going to watch it. We're going to see how Mike Tyson fares against this YouTuber guy. Yeah. And we'll just watch and see that. So, if this is important, Uncle, if anybody calls into the show,
don't say anything.
Don't tell us what's going on. We want to go and watch it like it's brand new.
Call. Do not tell me what this fight is.
We don't want to know.
I don't want to know about it.
You can reference the fight, and that's happening. That's fine. We can talk about the slap that happened at the weigh-in. We can talk about what. You didn't see that, Uncle? You didn't see all the drama building up to this?
No, I haven't. Actually, I haven't heard.
Oh my goodness!
Tune up to this, but then they showed something in the background that I did not hear.
Now, Jimmy, what do you know about this fight? Do you know anything about it? Have you been following all of the drama with this at all?
No, really. Last I heard, the fight was delayed because Mike Tyson's had some kind of cardiac infarction, so it had to be delayed.
Oh, so they didn't start. They didn't have one. Apparently.
I would have to think that cardiac situation wouldn't fare well for him in the match. He is an old guy. So everybody's saying he's at a disadvantage just because of his age. He's almost 60.
Look at them. Wait a minute. Before you start putting ages on these guys, look at who was it?
The other guy's like a kid. He's in his 20s or something.
You're thinking about George Foreman?
And Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Those guys had still had it until their prime.
Yeah, but George Foreman...
This guy's on his prime.
Who, Jake, the kid?
No.
Tyson's in his prime?
Has been in his prime.
He was in his prime in the early 80s.
Early 80s.
That was his prime.
Oh, that was it?
Yes.
I lose track.
He's old.
Tyson
super old.
Tyson is 58. 58 years old. That's old for a boxer.
Yeah.
Under 60. You said 60.
I said close to 60.
Yeah, 58.
58 is close.
Yes.
Pretty close.
Well, maybe the age does have something to do with it. Of course, the age might have something to do with it. But if they know what their bodies can handle, that is the question. How can their bodies handle? What's their bodies when they're punching each other?
The body blows.
Body blows.
A lot of them.
How much can they?
I think Tyson's.
What do you think, Jimmy? What's going on with this?
I think Tyson's got this easy.
Really?
Barring an unforeseen medical emergency, or he goes bananas and starts fighting the guy, he's going to win this easy. I think there's going to be 2 hits, him hitting the dude and the dude hitting the floor, the deck. This guy's no heavy. This guy's no heavy class fighter. He's never fought no real boxer.
That's right. That's what I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't even know what Jake Paul's credentials are. Has he been in an actual boxing match? Has he boxed for real?
He
has.
Good.
Oh yeah,
is the question.
He has.
He has.
Yeah, his record is.
No.
His record is 10-1. His record is 10-1. His boxing record is 10-1. He's got 7 knockouts.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow, that's hey. I mean,
7.
I didn't even know. I just know he has YouTube. I don't know what he does in boxing. That sounds pretty good. Better than I am have ever done. I'm not a boxer.
You
so,
can't box.
No, I wouldn't try. That's not my sport.
In Dale's time, in Dale's prime, you better watch it. He'll give you a good punch.
It says that he started.
Yeah.
According to
in his time, but
according to what I
see, Dale being pretty good. Yeah. Now, Uncle,
according to what I see online, Aaron, by the way, just to follow this up, he started his boxing career in 2020 with 6 consecutive victories, fighting mostly against former MMA fighters. Okay, just that because Jimmy James said something about MMA. But that was it. He got 6 consecutive victories starting in 2020 against mostly former MMA guys, but also fought him in the in a regular boxing ring. Mike Tyson, on the other hand, has a record of 50-6 with 44 knockouts.
See the difference?
Yeah.
You see the difference there?
Yeah, I mean,
you see the difference, Count? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you got me there.
Actually, what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but some of those victories came 30 years before this guy started his career, Uncle. Let's be honest. I mean,
before he had his career, before the Challenger did.
Yeah, well, Buster Douglas fought him in 1990. That was his first loss, right? So that's at the peak of his career. And, so what I'm saying is 1990, you go 30 years later, this guy starts his boxing career. You understand? So 30 years, this guy's been, since then, since his first loss to Douglas. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Buster Douglas thing. That was a big deal. It's like, somebody finally beat Mike Tyson, and then Buster Douglas became a name, and
then he went in for a rematch and promptly lost real quick, but got paid better the second time. Yeah.
Yep.
The other guy got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost the second time, sir. Yeah, didn't make
it.
So
Tyson don't have the belt? Well, who does have the belt now?
No,
currently?
Tyson hasn't had the belt in years. I don't know who currently holds the heavyweight belts. I can find out for you.
I'm wondering that. I was been thinking about that while I was watching the ladies.
Yeah, it's neither of these guys. This is a thing all of its own. This is a unique promotion.
Oh, it's a motion fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
it's an odd thing.
I was thinking about that. I mean, who the heck has the belt now?
Yeah, I don't know. At the beginning of the show there, they had Lennox Lewis and they had Evander Holyfield, and they were like having them at the table interviewing them, like, these guys beat Tyson back in the day, and they're asking like, what can Jake Paul do? And will Mike Tyson still be? Earlier? Yeah, it was earlier on the show. They were talking to those guys, and Holyfield still has the bite mark out of his ear.
Oh yes, I heard about that one. I saw that one. A bite. Fighting somebody in the ring?
That was
like a dog. Wait a minute. That's a human, not a dog, trying to fight in the ring. Yeah, I heard about that one.
That was famously Mike Tyson. That was even later on a comeback for him, a comeback match which he lost. Tyson against Holyfield. Yes.
That's his first loss. That was
no, it wasn't his first loss, but it was just. I mean, even then. And this was years ago. You could say like his boxing career was pretty much over then, and he was just coming back to do a fight, and he lost. And it's just ever since that run he had, where that amazing run in the '80s, it's just never. That's what it was. And then since then, he's done a couple of these promotional things, but they just kind of come up. This will be the last one.
Answering the heavyweight champion question, this guy's name is, Oleksandr, okay, is his first name. Alexander, I guess. And his last name is Usyk. Became undisputed heavyweight champion after defeating Tyson Fury by split decision in May to unify all four major titles. Okay.
That was the challenger you're talking about.
And Tyson Fury is funny because Paul's only loss came against, Tommy Fury in February 2023.
Sound like brothers.
I don't know. That's just weird that both their names are Fury. I mean, great name pick for a boxer. But this guy, I mean, I'm guessing that you pronounce that Alexander Usyk, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, a guy I haven't watched this guy fight. I have no idea about him, but currently he holds all four major belts in the heavyweight division.
All right. Impressive. He must be good. There you go. Have you heard of that guy before, Uncle?
Oh.
Yeah, neither have I. I don't follow this. I don't.
I followed at the time boxing and boxers' names and stuff.
Sure.
But he's back in the time I was watching him, I followed him. I kept going from Muhammad Ali down the line to when he was in his prime, of course.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
sure.
All of those.
Okay.
That was on the farm for him up here.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about George Foreman and his comeback. I feel like he was in his mid 40s when he came back, or is he in his 50s?
He was 40-something when he won. He became the oldest heavyweight champion, I think, in his 40s. Let me see.
Yeah. So that's still, if it was in his 40s, that's still considerably younger than what Tyson is now.
Yes.
For sure. For sure. So you still got to take that into consideration.
Tyson's 50.
But,
so
Uncle, was I...
So he's only too old for 60.
No, never mind.
Heck, I'm 65. He's almost 60.
You want
Tyson?
You want to fight Mike Tyson, Uncle?
Yeah, you'll probably knock me down in a second, third round.
Yeah, it might be a bad idea. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fight him. That's for sure. But
for maybe money, you probably would. Tell me you wouldn't fight him.
I guess for money, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing right now. That's
right.
I'm not a famous YouTuber, so nobody cares. So I'm not. Nobody's giving me the money to do it.
Some guy on there got to fight him for free last year because he kept messing with him, blowing on Mike Tyson's ear. So he turned around and beat the shit out of him.
Was that weird comedian podcaster guy that did that? Jimmy, do you know who that was?
I think it was just a random idiot.
Just a random idiot. Okay. So I remember I can't remember the name of this guy. Schwab or something? Brendan Schwab? Is this a real person? I feel like I remember he was on some podcast and he was like kind of poking at Mike Tyson. But I barely even know who that guy even is. I just saw it again.
Foreman won his belt. Foreman won his belt when he was 45 and lost it when he was 46.
So 1 year after 1 year back. Yeah. So he won it and then he lost it.
Yeah.
That's unusual for a boxer, isn't it?
No, it's not that bad. That happens, because you have 1-2 fights over the course of a year back then.
Yeah.
And for him, he held it. I think he defended it once, and then he got beat up pretty bad by somebody who really, really shouldn't have beat him, but he was just too slow at that point. He was powerful, but slow.
You can tell in a ring. Age could see the difference, but in the ring, when it's going to show to see how good it still is, standpoint against this guy.
But
we're going to see when I go down here.
But realize he did this 30 years ago, and nobody has been older as a champion since. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. That was an accomplishment.
Foreman was the difference between Foreman and Tyson is Foreman became a big tubblard and didn't get ready for his fight the last time. That's why he lost.
Well, he was always heavy, but he had that, those exceptionally large arms, and he was just beating on people with power, That was pretty much it. I mean, again, poor defense at a certain point. I mean, he did not move very well by then. Initially, he went in there because he was broke and was trying to raise money so he could fund his church because he was a preacher, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And wound up winning the heavyweight title, which was pretty amazing. And there were people that wanted him to fight Tyson a long time.
Oh, this is the challenger you're talking about.
Well, no, I'm talking about George Foreman.
Oh, no, this is Foreman.
Yeah.
I'm lose track.
Right. It's easy to lose track of all this. Yeah, I guess confusing.
By the names.
This, what we're looking at tonight, is a massive publicity stunt, to try and raise, Jake Paul up or, give some more credit to Tyson one way or another. It's going to raise one of these guys' marketability big time.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
I don't know how long he has been out of the ring, Tyson. Because when I was with my ex, it was her cousin. Excuse the information.
Okay, this is important.
It was her cousin.
Your ex's cousin was what?
Was
related
to him.
To Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Something other. Something.
So your ex-wife
yeah.
had a cousin That was related to Mike Tyson.
Right.
Okay. There we go.
That's what it was.
I
was trying to get that straight.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the show started.
I know, but I wasn't saying that. But it was her. She had she's something close to him. And
very interesting.
Tyson's last official professional fight, was in 2005, where he lost to Kevin McBride in 6 rounds.
2005. Goodness gracious. That was like 20 years ago.
Right. 19 years ago.
Mm-hmm. My goodness gracious. That's a long time.
I didn't know because I didn't know. I haven't been watching it since I left the farm. This is the first fight we've been watched since I left the farm.
Oh.
I mean, so I didn't know what's going on with this.
It's been a minute.
In this boxing things, but that's the one thing I enjoyed watching.
Oh, you know what, Uncle? This all makes me think. We haven't done a video game stream or a VHS stream in probably about a month now. It's been a while.
Well, we haven't even done. I know. I was gonna wonder why wasn't we doing one,
but
this past Saturday.
Well, it's because it's been crazy.
Right.
But,
one last thing I want to add to you guys, because this came up before, is that Iron Mike last appeared in the ring in a November 2020 exhibition match with Roy Jones Jr. See, I knew there was something where there were these exhibition matches.
Oh, yeah, exhibitions.
Yeah, and he did that in 2020. But his last official fight was in 2005. So there we go. That answers all the questions across the board. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got everything straight for you guys.
Yeah, a lot of questions, that's for sure. But yeah, Uncle, if we do a stream this weekend, what we should do is we should play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on Nintendo.
If we have it?
Yes,
if we have it, I'll do it.
We do.
I didn't realize what we have.
Yeah, we have that game.
We do.
So we can play that.
Play that this weekend.
It's a fun game. That'll be the Vintage Gaming stream.
Vintage Gaming stream for people to call in if they want to watch or listen to us.
You know what's hilarious is for a couple of months, Buster Douglas's Punch-Out was available for a couple of months only, and then it went away.
Yeah. I think it was a Sega game, if I remember.
I think
he got a deal for, and it was short-lived.
It was gone. I mean, it was so funny though. Like I don't think I ever got to see the game. I got to see the Evander Holyfield game on Sega Genesis. That was kind of cool, and had a little special feature. If you called your guy the Beast, he would turn green and all of his stats would fill up. So you had a perfect killer fighter. And I have no idea why I discovered that one day, but I discovered it one day on Sega Genesis.
Interesting. Oh, that's fun.
But I bet you that Buster Douglas Punch-Out is like a collector's item.
Yeah, that would be a rare one for sure.
It is.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, there's tons of copies of that. I had that game when I was a kid. That's a good Nintendo game.
But when you get an uppercut shot, you go up with it, and that'd be the end of the fight. Of course, the guy will fall. If it's strong enough, the punch, depending on how the punch went.
I wonder which one's more rare, like the Punch-Out that didn't have Mike Tyson on it. Because remember, Punch-Out was a game before that, and then they added Mike Tyson to it.
Yes, and then afterwards, I think they took him out of it too.
Yeah, I think they took him out, and they put, so I'm not sure. Maybe they even put. I wonder if Nintendo put Buster Douglas in for a minute.
My memory of the original Nintendo game was that at first it was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It was a Mike Tyson game, but then they took Mike Tyson out of it and it was just plain Punch-Out afterwards. I forget exactly why. Something happened with Tyson. Maybe he was acting up in the news or something. And then after that, it was just this.
I think it's the time that he went to prison for rape.
It might have been the prison sentence. Yeah, it might have been the prison sentence when they took him out. But here's the thing. I know that Punch-Out started without Mike Tyson on it. And I know, why? Because it was an arcade game, Aaron. Now, you might be too young, but there was literally an arcade game of Punch-Out.
Yes.
Okay, which did not feature Mike Tyson. It did feature your Bald Bull and the other guys that were on there, the crazy weird fighters that did weird stuff. The one guy actually teleported. Another guy did weird punches like that, was like a big farmer guy. I think they called him Uncle Elmer or something. And he was like a hillbilly getting punched in the gut and his pants would fall down or whatever. There was all
the
kinds
King
of,
Hippo character.
King Hippo, that's it. Yeah. But the champion, I think on the original one was like called the Sandman or something.
Sandman was in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. He was not the last guy. Sandman, I remember he was supposed to be from Philadelphia.
Yeah,
he was a black guy from Philadelphia. You fought him, and he was hard.
They might have made him second to last when Tyson was in there, yeah. But I think they made him champion. I think he was champion when Tyson's not in the game, and then Tyson's champion in the game after that. Which was funny because I found Sandman harder than Tyson
for sure, and it continued to be a franchise after they stopped making it Mike Tyson's. I know, and they made different iterations of it over the years. The first one, I don't have a clear memory. My memory, but I was a kid, was that Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was the first one. Then they turned it into Punch-Out, but I might have been missing the arcade version of it.
I'm looking at this, and the home version did start out as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's the home version.
Okay, yeah.
But the arcade game was a different story. That's the thing. It was,
okay, okay.
But,
that makes sense.
But that's funny because, again, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, let's see, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It doesn't look like I don't think they put arcade archives. Yeah, let's see. Punch-Out is a sports arcade released by Nintendo in 1984. Wow, yeah. 84 was when it was released.
Yeah, it was an early Nintendo game.
Definitely.
I didn't know you had that a boxing Nintendo fight.
I did.
I didn't know you had it.
I did. I think I still know the code to go directly to Mike Tyson. Somehow that's burned into my brain for some
that's
reason.
Right. There was a code where you could just fight him.
I think I still remember it for no good reason. I think I could type that in correctly today.
Nice.
Sadly. But here we are.
Yeah, okay. The arcade game was released in 84. The Punch-Out game for the Nintendo Entertainment System was released in 87. That's why. Okay, there it is. Now I solved it. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Yeah. No, it's a great Nintendo game. So if we do a gaming streaming this stream,
we can do that then.
That's what it will be.
Because I think I like more boxing ones.
Video games.
Now, if you can let more of those video games to do something, I like to do more of them.
There's another weird old Nintendo boxing game that I never played, but I saw YouTube of it the other day. I remember seeing it, like pictures of it, but I never played it. It was called Ring King.
Yes, Ring King.
Ring King, yeah. Did you play that one, Sean?
I sure did. And I used to love to actually start a boxer and train him and build him up in that game, which was very hard to do. Yep.
Let's get that. If you didn't, if you can get it.
The YouTube I watched, I'm like, the graphics are actually pretty good on this, and the gameplay is interesting. You like walk around the ring and stuff. That's different than the play on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a lot different.
Yeah, the ring is bizarrely huge. It's like a huge ring that you can move around, and the movement around the ring is great because if you like run away and then run real quick at them and throw an uppercut, you can actually land a punch that knocks the guy out of the ring. Like he literally flies out of the ring if you do it just right. It's one of the power punches. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I just have vague memories of like maybe Nintendo Power was in. I used to have that magazine when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
But I never remember playing it. But yeah, it looks cool.
When you were small, you was fun with your friends firing everything up. That's when I saw.
I started
when you grown.
I liked burning fires.
I know. Yeah, I've seen him in his videos.
I won't lie about that. I saw him
in his videos.
But I was always controlled. I made sure it was controlled, Uncle. You have to be safe about being crazy and starting fires.
I like to know how you can be controlled.
You don't want to burn everything down. You just want to burn down the stuff that you want to burn down, not everything. Yeah. So be careful out there, kids. Practice safety and don't burn things.
Push that button there as you see in the film.
Push the button. Follow our show. Follow this. We're at Uncle Podcast YouTube. Twitter, X, Twitch. We're on all those things. We're on them right now. We're streaming on them. Maybe you're watching us on there for the first time. If you are, thank you. And also, look forward to a special presentation on Thanksgiving. I will be doing the War on Christmas Thanksgiving Spectacular all Thanksgiving day long. There's my working graphic for it. So there, enjoy that little graphic, work in progress. But
by the way, talking about the turkey.
Yeah, what about the turkey, Uncle?
Anybody see my thing about? He put a thing. I told him to put it on my iPhone,
iPad.
No, on my
wall.
Things to see.
This was a thing that I did, or somebody?
Yeah, you did this morning.
I did this morning. Oh, you're talking. Oh, yes.
About the turkey.
Yes, Uncle is talking about his Instagram.
So
at Uncle Podcast on Instagram, we posted something. We posted one of your lunches. We've been posting a lot of your lunches.
Oh yeah, we've been doing some of them too. Listen to that, and also see this turkey. He has a crazy gun. Some kind of drawing he made.
Yeah.
Put it on there.
Oh yeah. That's you're talking about the War on Christmas Thanksgiving Spectacular. That's what that is. Yeah, I drew a picture of a turkey. That is the little logo I'm using for the Thanksgiving special, which I'll be doing a stream all day on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that one?
All day long. I'm gonna be streaming all day, Uncle. It's gonna be exciting. So there's the little graphic I made for it so far.
Oh, is that what that
Isn't that great? It's a turkey with an AR style rifle taking aim at a Christmas wreath. Oh. He's not.
I didn't know what that was. What it was. I thought
he's not playing second fiddle to the other holiday any longer. He's had it, Uncle.
You see the gun he has in his thing there.
That's a bird that's exercising his Second Amendment rights.
Shooting a gun,
and he's not scared to do it. I applaud him.
That part sounds like a government talk there.
Well, I hope not.
In a way that it looks.
I hope
the
not.
way you described it.
Yeah, and in some weird, bizarre cartoon world, which we may in fact be living in one of those.
I think
it might actually be that, Uncle, but I don't know. Otherwise, it's just a weird cartoon of a turkey with a gun. That's really stupid. Anyway, we're here. I'm real excited to when we do go downstairs. We watch that Mike Tyson thing. We'll see how it turns out. Again, if anybody calls in, don't tell us what happened.
Do not tell us.
It hasn't happened for us yet. Okay,
it hasn't happened.
It's very important. Very important. We're very excited about it.
Well, I have a video game story I heard.
Ooh, what's that?
What?
It's an urban legend, and it's interesting. I'm curious if anyone knows about it. Anyone listening in the audience, call in if you know anything about this. This is a real story. So in the early 80s, in the Portland area, in several video arcades, some machines started popping up. It was an unnamed game with just plain black boxes. And a bunch of kids, and they started playing it. And also, it started out kind of pretty much like games of the time, like Galaga. But then it started to get progressively more difficult. It started flashing messages that were burned into their eyes that they would see afterwards. Some of them started having seizures, trouble walking, all these weird things. And then one day at the end of summer, a bunch of the famous men in black showed up in vans, loaded up the games, never to be seen again. And then in 2000, the late aughts, someone mentioned this whole thing, and they came up with a screenshot of the thing, and the name of the game was called Polybius. So if you know anything of Polybius, call in.
Ooh, creepy.
It's a new one on me.
Yeah. It sounds vaguely familiar, that story.
Yeah, it does, but I'm almost thinking it's the plot to a movie, but...
Yeah, I know. It sounds like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like it should be a movie. It'd be a good one.
No, this is a legit thing.
I mean, it kind of reminds me partially of that movie, The Last Starfighter. You remember that one, Aaron? The guy, like, there's a video game that went to the wrong place and it ends up at a trailer park and it's a recruiting thing for an intergalactic space force. Remember that?
But there's that, and it's also similar to that War Games movie, too, where...
But see where you guys are wrong is this happened, I believe, in 82. Those movies came afterwards.
Okay. Well, War Games is close. What year was the original War Games?
What year was what?
Was the original War Games movie, because that was early 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 83 or 4.
Yeah. I think 83. Let me see.
What's up, Uncle?
By the way, Jimmy, your team, they're going to be playing Green Bay. I just remembered.
Yeah, 1983 is when it was. Yep, War Games. Okay.
83 War Games. Polybius.
It was 82, he's saying, I think.
82, okay.
I don't know.
Somebody got an apparent screen grab of, like, the title screen or something?
Well, they got a screenshot. Yeah, I guess so. I looked at it. I don't remember exactly what the screen said, but it was said in the discussion. This guy claimed that he was involved in making the thing.
Interesting. Sounds creepy. Sounds scary.
And there's been lots of stories about the use of video games to recruit kids for different things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they still do that. The Pentagon was making these recruitment sites that were video game, essentially, arcades.
Yep.
They're doing that a couple of years ago. I don't know if they still do that.
Republicans?
No, not Republicans. This was the military recruiters.
The military was doing it, yeah.
They had, like, these gaming centers that they would get these gamer kids in there to recruit them for the different branches of the military. So I don't know if they're still running those, but they were a real thing. Just like a couple of years ago, I know for sure. So that's happened.
Yeah.
There's no denying that. You know what's interesting, too, is the military is being creative with their recruiting. They're sponsoring a lot of these drone competitions now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like these drone racing competitions. I know the military is heavy into promoting that thing, too. So... that's another thing in addition to the games that they do.
True.
Hey, you know what I got? What
you got?
It's a bonus. When I joined the Navy, I got a T-shirt that said, "Let the journey begin."
Nice.
There we go.
A T-shirt of the service?
That's what happens, Uncle. You get a T-shirt.
They'll one look at me and say, "Now he won't make it. Be past." I can get past those things.
Bone spurs.
Oh, being a service.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's all right. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, we're here on a Friday. We're not going to be here next week. Chuck, you're off to Dallas, isn't that right?
He's off to Dallas, and the following we'll be gone. Wasn't the following?
Right. The following week
we're going to be gone a couple weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks you'll be gone, yeah.
Yeah. Next following.
I should be able to be live. Yeah,
but you still can listen to Sidekick here on his show.
That's right, on Thanksgiving Day.
On Thanksgiving for people that listen.
The War on Christmas. You're going to love it. It's going to be a good time. Thank you for the plug, Uncle.
Yeah, well, giving you some of my customers if they...
I'm going to try to reel in customers for both of us. I promise. I'm going to try to do it.
You try to get people... Well, I'm gone. You can get people to get customers.
It's an attempt. It's an attempt. Now, the main idea behind it, Uncle, I will say is this. with live streaming, it's always better the longer that you do a single live stream. Like if you can manage to do a live stream for a whole day, that's like a good thing. It sounds bizarre in the world of like short attention spans.
Oh, that's
like
good.
The longer is
Now's
better.
the time. But now the time you'll be home alone, and you'll be doing that. That would make it may get some more comment back for both of us to have. Hey, we might have some new customers come when I come back.
Yeah. So you won't be around, but I will be. So I'm gonna be doing the show without you, but it'll be good. It'll be good, and it'll be a really long live stream. So the idea is doing a really long live stream. Well, so it's kind of testing that out. It's like, okay, I'll make a live stream. I'll live stream all day. We'll see if we can get a couple subscribers on the YouTube. Can we get 3 subscribers from it? I don't know. If I can do that, then success.
Maybe try to get 5 or 10.
I'll try to get 5 or 10. I will.
That's average for you. If you can get that.
It's possible. It's possible.
That's the how I look at it.
So that was goal number 1. Goal number 2 is just have fun and enjoy. And it's going to be a lot of old stuff I'm putting on there. So it's going to be fun going back.
And your mind can relax like mine does when I'm not nobody here. I keep telling him he has to have his mind relaxed.
To be a meditation, Uncle.
Well, that's the word.
Be very meditative.
And then you meditate to try to get quiet, nobody in the house. Of course, you got the dogs, but that's hearsay. But
that is hearsay.
Hearsay, depending who comes and goes. Other than that, and nobody else. So you can do that.
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna be doing.
We're looking at some fun times and pick up some cash and whatnot. I heard the Rama people of your very area. Why they're without a guru? They're a cult. They're a cult wandering around with no leader. They need someone. They're going to lead us because their cult leader up and died, and the other one's in prison. I see an opportunity.
I appreciate the job alert there.
Who's the these are listeners you're talking about?
It's a cult. Where exactly was it called? Was it in L.A.? Was it in Riverside? Jimmy, where was it?
They're everywhere. They're similar to the hairy critters, hairy Krishnas.
Okay.
Similar. Their last big leader was like this lady that talked like that Holmes woman with a deep voice. And she said she was blessed by their last great leader. Anyway, she died at 41 of a sprained ankle somehow.
41? And, that was young.
The other big shots in prison, so, I guess they're pretty good at the whole, grifting and gypsying, and I don't know how they make money, but they make money.
Could be a good business to get into, Uncle. Maybe I'll look into that. I like the sound of it.
They're all new agey. They're all into the chanting. They got no rudder now.
I know. Well, I like the sound of it. That's for sure. I'm gonna look into that, Uncle. I'm gonna look into that.
What?
It's an opportunity. It's a business opportunity.
Oh no! Now
so we'll see.
Now, Jimmy, you got him wound up looking at the videos. Well, I do his stuff on the videos or stuff on his computer and work on. So I'll straight to see when I get back to see what he looks like.
All business is on the computer now, really.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where it happens.
Work business on the computer.
There's no doubt. So
because that's where it's going. You can see where it's coming from.
It's already there.
Oh, it's already came.
It's came and gone. It might be gone already. Yeah. We might be living in some sort of heaven or hell after the apocalypse already happened in 2012, and we're all just pretending it didn't.
I don't know.
Pretty sure
this could be the end because, who we didn't want is going to be in.
Balky.
Balky with his
Batakamus.
With his with his spaghetti sauce and
the spaghetti
the
video.
spaghetti ad got me going crazy with that.
The spaghetti ad caused a ripple effect in time and space.
In this.
And we've never been able to return from it.
Nope. The time you get.
But it's kind of good. Kind of fun. I'm enjoying myself right now. Having a lot of fun. We're broadcasting.
Wow.
Let me see if I can get any semblance of any kind of numbers. And I can't. It's not telling me. But it doesn't matter. I'll find out later. I'll get half of an inkling of what happened later. Yeah, we're doing fine.
Only got about 8 minutes left, though.
Well, that's even better.
Look at that.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
before.
That's the best news I've heard all night, Uncle.
Yeah, because we started 2 minutes late, so you need to go 2 minutes over. That's all, Uncle. So you got 8 minutes instead of 6.
Oh, I will say, Uncle, I'm going to take this moment right now. I'm gonna forego. I'm gonna give up my shout out at the end of the show. I give that up. I'm not gonna even give one. But what I'm gonna do is take this moment to pat myself on the back. I'm doing it because I reached out to different guests this week.
So you got some.
Well, I didn't get some, but I reached out to potential guests.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at. Hey, Chuck. I was pushing him up doing this, and that is a surprise.
Good.
It is.
For me, he's asking you finally did something correct.
Yeah,
Excellent.
finally.
Glad to hear it.
So there, I forfeit my shout out in order to shout myself out. I don't know if that's selfish or not, but I just did it, and I don't care.
Nice.
How about that? It could. We'll get people. We will get guests. We will.
Well, the sound of what you did there for a starter, that was pretty good.
It is.
I mean, from a starting standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get back to my vacation, I would expect to hear a guest.
Yeah.
I mean, just to say.
I hope so. I might.
That's what I'll be looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
I bet I could get. I bet I could get you guys a hell of a guess, but I'm always scared you're not going to show up, and I'll look like a jerky.
Well, that's all depending on sidekick here. Sometimes he wants to, and sometimes he don't.
With
we
a guest,
can
I'll be sure
guarantee-
to schedule it when we can make it.
Hey, we
For the
can
guest,
guarantee that we can show up to catch a guest if we got a guest for sure. We can make sure somebody shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the regular show where we don't have a guest. We're like, we can't do it. Sometimes that happens.
Right.
Well, that's what.
But with a guest, I would try my best not to let that. I very rarely, when I would have guests on the shows over the years, that I would cancel. I can't remember. Maybe it's only a handful of times where I've had to. But I've had guests cancel on me. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. But
be a shock if we have rain.
we're hoping for rain. Is it raining out there?
She said something about rain out there.
All right, well, bring it on. That's another thing I'll believe when I see it.
Yeah, that's the other thing I said. Those weather people, I'm telling you, I do not know where they have gotten their brains sometimes in the weather department.
They don't have any.
They don't have them. They say, whoa, we're going to have rain.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around all day, we're sitting here waiting on the rain, and we put the stuff away. And I tell you, people, just look outside, don't listen to them, and see if rain comes. I keep telling them, been here, but nobody listens.
We don't. It's true.
I know you don't.
It's true. No rain, no listening, a whole lot of nothing. But we have a broadcast. Take that, everybody.
There you go.
Take
Okay. It's near close, right?
We wind down. We could do the shout outs for everybody who has not forfeited their shout out. They can do theirs, Uncle. You want to?
Yeah, let them. I'm everybody. Started Jimmy, saying he's the only one. Yeah. Go ahead and say your shout out.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Ooh, somebody's been playing the box ball.
Jesus. For my shout outs, I'll just say, Chuck, I bought a ticket. Did you see that?
I didn't, but thank you.
What, a ticket?
Yeah, I bought the virtual thing there. I used your code.
Oh, excellent.
So come of it.
Oh, there we go.
Excellent. Thank you. Not too many people have used the code, so appreciate it.
I made sure to. I had to guess because I couldn't get to the other web page. I said, finally, somehow I figured out it was Ocelli 10.
That's it.
I was like,
Ocelli 10?
Yep. Anybody goes to assassinationconference.com, you use the code Ocelli10, you get 10% off. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There we go. That's a pretty good deal there.
There you go.
I like that shout out. Anybody going to the Lancer conference?
Good luck to everyone that goes to, everyone in the conference. Good luck, and enjoy your vacation, Uncle.
Oh, thank you.
And enjoy the war on Christmas.
You know I will.
What now?
Peace.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, see you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, there it goes.
My shout out is for everybody that was listening in the other country. If they were.
We love our international listeners.
I do.
Tonight we had listeners in Germany and Canada only. That's the only international listeners.
Not bad.
I always say to them.
Well, we appreciate you.
We appreciate.
We do.
Chuck, do you have a shout out?
You have a shout out.
No, you know what? I want to just a shout out to everybody who listens, who participates in any way, shape, or form with any of the shows on the network. I appreciate you guys. It's been fun. I'm going to be there trying to promote the network. I got some promotional materials coming from Aaron this week, so I should have some stuff there to promote. I'm promoting Age and Uncle, right, Aaron?
Yeah. I gave you stuff for both of them.
Excellent. So I'll have stuff for Age of Transitions and Uncle at the conference, as well as the Ocelli Effect. Bunch of stuff to promote the network. And you know what? Anybody who hasn't signed up and wants to attend virtually, like I said, assassinationconference.com, and use the code Ocelli10 for 10% off. There you go. There's my shout-out time. Thank you.
Cool. Very good. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this show. It's UncleThePodcast.com, at Uncle Podcast on social media networks. Uncle, bring us home for the week.
There's 351 episode. Bye.